Hey bookworms, and welcome back to Get Me a Library. Today I'm doing a January end of month book tally up thing. I don't know, I've never done this before. So I've started to do like January updates or to be read of that month. So I've decided to do a what was read video. I don't know, I need to think about what it's called. But yeah, I'm going to tell you basically the books that I read in January. Okay, so 3 of the books that I've read this month are on my Kindle, so I can't actually show you them. This book that I read in January, although it was my December book, but I finished it in January. I was like over halfway, so it still counts as a book I've read because I read it in January, I finished it in January. Was the HalfBlood Prince. This is Harry Potter. So this is the 6th book in the Harry Potter series, and it's, I don't know, it's not one of my favourites. But yeah, it's alright. I love all the Harry Potter books. There is not one that I hate. I love them all. I love The Prisoner of Azkaban the most. I love The Order of the Phoenix. I hate the Deathly Hallows, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. But yeah, this is the 6th one in Harry Potter. The next one was the Deathly Hallows. I hate this one because there's so many deaths. I really hate it because of that. But yes, I love the Harry Potter series, like I said. There is not a book that I hate. It's just this one I hate more because of the characters that die. I mean, Tonks and Lupin didn't have to die. Whatever anyone says, they didn't have to. I don't think Fred should have died either. But fine. If, you know, you don't want the Weasleys to be the only family in the world that have never lost anybody, okay. I can kind of understand what she was thinking, and I know that some things repeat themselves, like in Gilmore's Year in the Life, Rory's supposed to repeat her mother's steps, but I do not understand why Tonks and Lupin both had to die. Like, why did Teddy have to suffer the same fate as Harry? I know he got it better off because he got to live with Harry, he got to live with, you know, his grandma. He actually had a decent life. He fell in love with Victoria, but the point is, I do not understand why they had to die. What's the point in getting them together and having a kid and everything if you're just going to kill them off? So no, I don't think that, and I don't care what anybody says. No. Okay, if you disagree with me, let me know down below, because, you know, everyone's another opinion, but I just do not think that that should have happened. Tears of sadness. So obviously I've given Harry Potter a heart because I read them again. I love the books, they're absolutely amazing, both of them. The next book that I read was Fire and Heist, and this was by Sarah Beth Durst. I did enjoy this book. It's about a family that go on heists. They are dragons. Her mother, the girl in this book, whose name I have completely forgotten, Sky. Sky's mother has gone missing basically while she was doing a heist, a job, and nobody knows where she's gone. Nobody will tell Sky what's happened. Her brother seemed to have a vague idea, but nobody will tell her. She then basically finds the world where they've come from. She finds her mother in the end, but there is twists and turns in this book, and I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars, 3 out of 5 cups of tea, and it basically took me 2 days to read this book. It wasn't a very long book. It was alright. I mean, there was a lot of stuff I didn't like about it. There was a lot of like romancy, lovey-dovey, teenagey kind of stuff, which maybe I'm just a bit too old for it. So I'll kind of skip those little bits. I mean, I read them, I just sort of skimmed them. So the next book that I read was The Crowns of Croswald. I got this free from the author in a unboxing, like a mystery box. And again, I did like this book. I did not like it. It's more middle grade than YA. I did expect YA, but it doesn't mean it wasn't a good book. I mean, I love a series of unfortunate events, but it wasn't as YA. Again, I gave this a 3 stars as well. I like the story. The idea of it is really good. There's a few little things that I didn't like, but that's all in my review. But yeah, the cover is really lovely. The next book I read was Children of Blood and Bone. I have that on my Kindle, but I can't show you. But yeah, I've got it on my Kindle, so I read that one. I did really like that book. I gave that one a 4 cups of tea. I did really like it. I think it was a little bit slow at times, and there was a lot of different types of people talking, and I did get a little bit confused sometimes. It had to take me a few seconds to remember I was on someone else, etc. Whereas sometimes viewpoints if they're done in a slightly different way, I don't get confused, so that's probably why it's not more of a 5-star. But no, I did really like that. I finished that in 2 days again as well, so I just literally been cracking on with my January books. The next book that I read was Kingdom Cold, and that was a 5-star, or 5 cups of tea. I keep saying 5-star because when I'm on Goodreads I'm like 5-star, but then when I'm at home I'm like, no, it's a cup of tea. So it's really annoying me how I can't change it. It's a shame you can't change your thing on Goodreads to be 5 whatever it is. It will still be a star rating, but you can change it. Anyway, so that one was a 5. It was such a quick read. It had great stuff with it. It had great characters, great characters. It was a great kingdom. It was a simple, easy, quick story. It was honestly a really good read. The next one that I read was The Storm Crow, which I have just done a review on. Oh, I love this one so much. And I gave this one a love heart, and it took me 2 days to read this one. This is about a elementary crows that have gone missing, well, killed, and the queen is trying to take over Ryder. There's an arranged marriage. The prince is a bit of an arse, but he's actually really okay. Yeah, so this was such a good read. The next book that I read, which took me a day to read, was The Wicked King. Again, I read that on my Kindle, and the same with Kingdom Cold, that's why I don't have it. And I just literally cannot get over this. Like, I've just done a review on this one as well, and I'm just so, I want the next book. It's so annoying. The whole year. And the last book of January, which I'm still currently reading and I hope to finish in 3 days time because that's my target, is the Splintered Silence. So at the moment I'm enjoying this book. It is sci-fi, but I'm on I'm almost on chapter 10. I am enjoying it. It reminds me of Doctor Who. It's like that episode, I've spoken about this before, where they go onto the space shuttle and something's happening and David Tennant's there, Billie Piper's there, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. It reminds me of what happened before David Tennant turned up, so I'm sort of in that moment as I'm reading this book. And the great thing about it is tomorrow, because I'm going to upload this video today, so tomorrow my new theme on my Instagram is going up, and it has something to do with a TARDIS. So, and it's all to do with my Jawed Watches competition, which I will link here. So guys, go enter that. You could win $100 towards a Jawed watch. The watches are beautiful. It's no harm in just putting your name and email in. If you don't win, I believe everyone gets 10% off, and honestly it just helps me, and there's honestly no reason why you guys can't do it if you want to. But yes, this is sort of like a sci-fi thriller. I'm really looking forward to finishing it. I wasn't too sure if I was going to like it, but I'm hoping that it all goes well. So again, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to tell you what I'm going to be reading in February, which again I will be uploading as well. So yes, I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.